Hi everyone, this is Roxas1359. Welcome back to Let's Play Sonic Adventure DX. Without further ado, let's begin our first main story with Sonic the Hedgehog. Let's get them indeed, Sonic. Station Square. So bustling, so filled with life. And also filled with helicopters flying way too low below the buildings. Seriously, that is a hazard to everyone down there.
Oh yeah! This is happening.
Station Square. Filled with police officers who do not know how to drive and believe that they are simply riding in bumper cars.
What's up?
I don't know. I want to go and find out what the cops are after. Just like what my sister does. She has a problem with that. Hello.
You are completely surrounded. Surrender yourself.
Okay. Give me a second. I need to jump down from here. It's kind of high. It's kind of scary. All right. So where are we gonna go?
Lock on target, man. Ready? Fire!
The fuck? You told me to surrender myself. That's what I'm doing. I think you guys dropped these.
Oh no! Our weapons are useless. Retreat! All personnel, fall back!
Our weapons are useless. Let's fire more rounds into it.
Oh yeah! This could be fun.
So it would appear that this creature would be immune to everything inside of Shadow the Hedgehog. But meet Chaos Zero, our first boss in the game, and we are not even probably like, what, 4 minutes into this? So, pretty simple, just homing attack onto its head. So maybe it's not immune to everything, it's just that the cops are retarded and didn't shoot the obvious fuck me light on his head. But after you hit him twice, he will jump up. Let's see. Nope, he did the arm attack. Okay, perfect. He comes down, and goodbye. Was that so hard?
Use some other time.
No, it wasn't. Those cops are just ineffectual, just like their driving skills are.
Come on, you big drip. Where you going?
Boo! That sucked. Be ashamed of yourself, Sonic. That was a terrible pun.
You know nothing, fool. It's Chaos, the god of destruction.
Hey, is that Dr. Eggman on the roof? And then Gun ended up storming up the stairs, arresting Dr. Eggman for being in a very obvious spot. The end. And so, for his heroic deeds, Sonic the Hedgehog was rewarded a room inside of a hotel.
Huh? What? Tails? Watch out! You're gonna crash! Ah! Tails! Ah, what am I gonna do with you?
Tails, what am I gonna do with you? I sent you to that pilot school so then this would stop happening. But now we are in control of Sonic inside of our overworld. Well, one of the short hubs of the world, which is Station Square. So let's go over controls real quick. Use the analog stick to move around. Use the A button to jump. You can use the B button to charge up for the classic spin dash, which, just like in the classic games, is broken as all belief, which is why this is the closest that any of the 3D Sonic games have ever actually gotten to the classic games, in my opinion, because the spin dash is broken. You can use the X button to perform the same things for the spin dash. Use the L and R button to switch the camera around like this. You can use this new C stick to go into a first-person mode like this. It's a little bit wonky. Well, you can see the skybox entirely on the dome that it's built on because it's not complete. You could also... No, the D-pad actually doesn't do anything. Inside the Dreamcast version of the game, this function that's on the C stick for this game was given directly to the D-pad on the Dreamcast controller. And the D-pad, I guess, doesn't do anything. It's rather boring. Now, if you want to talk to anyone, you have to get really close to them and hit the B button. What? What happened? I was swimming and I missed it. Oh, I missed everyone, you know, pointing out the fact that somebody crashed on the beach. In fact, where the hell are all the cops? Where's the fire department? Fine, I'll go and do it. Gotta give me another free night in the room. So, now on to our first action stage, Emerald Coast. Every single character in the game has their own set of action stages. Not everyone goes to the same one, and they're designed differently for each character for the most part. There's some that are exactly the same that I'll get into later. But in this case, we got Sonic's first action stage, Emerald Coast, which made a return inside of Sonic Generations 3D, in which was kind of underwhelming, I'm not gonna lie. Mainly because it was just Sonic Rush. But I'll get more into that once I eventually do Generation 3DS. In the meantime, right now, for those of you who have never played a Sonic the Hedgehog game, rings, collect them, collect 100, get a life. The end. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Well, besides the fact that if you get hit once, then you will end up basically losing all your rings, because unlike some other Sonic games, you lose all your rings with one health, with one hit, unless you have a shield. That started to change in some of the Sonic games. I know that Shadow the Hedgehog, you only lose a few rings, but that's not the first game that actually did that. The first game that did that was Sonic Blast on the Sega Game Gear, which I will admit I did own. I did have a Game Gear when I was a kid. I had it before I had a Game Boy Color. I don't even remember where my parents got me that. I had the Genesis before that, I remember, but I don't exactly remember when I got the Game Gear. And a couple of the games I had for it were Sonic Blast. I had Sonic Chaos, which I actually rather enjoyed. I did have the ever so fun Master System versions of Sonic 1 and 2, which are terrible on the Game Gear because, unfortunately, screen crunch is horrendous. And I think that's all I had for the Game Gear in general. I can't find my Game Gear now. I think it's somewhere in the garage, but more or less probably some of the parts are broken because Game Gears are notorious for having broken parts. And getting a fully functioning Game Gear with all of its original parts still working is actually very expensive. Getting the Game Gear itself, however, with repaired parts is not. But enough about the Game Gear. Let's talk about Sonic Adventure and the fact that, you know, this is the game to where automation was not a thing. For example, that lovely wall that I just rode on right there was entirely physics-based. Good physics-based, too. It's amazing. Good physics in a Sonic game. No, back then, Sonic still had somewhat of a reputation of making decent games. Then the Dark Age happened. Now he's belittled at every single step. Oh, the Dark Ages. Either way, though, I'm gonna go up right here and use my broken spin dash. And camera, nope. Dang it, camera. What I was trying to do was avoid an area because there are these panels right here. So, pretty much what these panels do, jump off them and you'll land on another one. Pretty simple. You have usually a 2-second time limit before you will end up completely falling off the panel, so make sure that you're not over a pit, because otherwise you're gonna die, and it will suck. But either way, we are at the end of Emerald Coast, so yay! Tails is not dead! And he has not been crushed by his, you know, wreck of a plane. Now to chew him out for the fact that he crashed another plane. Because he seems to do that a lot.
Yeah, not bad.
And it just goes downhill from here.
Hey, Sonic! Long time on using a new prototype propulsion system. It's got a few bugs to iron out.
Bugs such as, crashing.
Just use my plane, the Tornado.
Thanks, but you gotta check out my newest power supply. Ta-da!
Check it out! I didn't even have to go through a half pipe to get it.
Whoa! A Chaos Emerald.
Yep, I just happened to find one of the 7 emeralds during one of my test flights. This thing's got unlimited power, So I figured, why not use it to power my plane? Supercharged!
Except that caused you to crash.
You gotta come over to my workshop, Sonic. I've got something I've gotta show you. It's in the Mystic Ruins, the fastest way by train. Let's go!
A little shit. Fastest way is not by going by train. I'm Sonic the Hedgehog. Fastest thing alive? Hello? It'd be faster if I ran. Either way, we can now play as Tails. So if I wanted to, I could stop this story right now and then end up going into Tails, leading into a different way of playing the game, because it's all based on permutations, which means there are multiple ways to play this game, just like in Shadow. Which is why that little thing never pulled up to me. So, how do we get to the Mystic Ruins? Well, we gotta go by train, because apparently it's faster to go by train. Poor Sonic. Poor Sonic. But, first things first, before we go to the Mystic Ruins, let's grab ourselves our first emblem that is inside of the overworld, and it is right here. So, we got one of these for completing the mission inside of Emerald Coast. What exactly are emblems? They're just little collectibles that you can get inside this game. In the Director's Cut port of this game, they will actually unlock Game Gear games, so there actually was a reason for that Game Gear segment that I ended up talking about. And that's pretty much it. If you get all the emblems in the game in the Director's Cut edition, Sonic will actually be replaced with a Metal Sonic texture over him, which is pretty cool, but you have to go out of your way to get a lot of the emblems. And I mean a lot of the emblems. And believe me, it does not get easier. But either way, welcome to the Mystic Ruins, home to a bunch of bespectacled scientists who can't seem to find anything archaeologically worthy, even if it is staring them right in the face. Such as this right here. Here we have a Chow Egg, the first of our special Chow Eggs that you can get inside the game. Simply what you do is you push this in, and it will launch the egg out into the water. You pick it up, and then you take it to a Chow Garden. Now, I went to the Chow Gardens in my original project, but in all honesty, I didn't pay too much attention to them, and I had to remember to go and actually basically play with them. To go to the Chow Gardens inside of Station Square, one of the elevators inside the hotel lobby will take you there. For the Mystic Ruins Garden, you just simply go through this minecart right here. For this project, I'm actually not going to be going to the Chow Gardens because, honestly, it'll just be a waste of time. I'm going to forget about it, and I'd rather get a move on. So, let's get a move on by saying, fuck you all.
If it isn't Sonic!
Look, it's a giant talking egg.
Silence! I am Dr. Robotnik, the greatest scientific genius in the world!
Whatever you say, Eggman.
Enough! I've got big plans! And now I'm gonna put them to work!
You're always up to no good. Now what do you want?
I want all of the Chaos Emeralds! Better not interfere! Or else!
Or else what, you big loser?
Or else I'll take them from you by force! The hard way!
Implying that force is not the hard way. Okay. Oh no. So menacing. He literally just put 3 giant Fyraga gummies onto his egg mobile. That is literally what that is. It is just 3 Fyraga gummies. But time for our first Dr. Eggman boss with the Egg Hornet. Now, yep, this is the game in which they effectively started calling Dr. Robotnik Dr. Eggman inside of both the United States and Japan. He's always been Eggman in Japan. He was just called, Robotnik in the United States. I only call him Robotnik inside the classic games anyway, but let's cheese this boss. Oh, dang it, I didn't do it right. Pretty much, if you just mash the A button the first time he actually goes down, he will instantly die. In fact, I will be doing it with these next 2 hits. Now, there's another glitch that you can do with this boss that's fun, that is known as the Drunk Sonic glitch. But I won't be doing the Drunk Sonic glitch in this one. Maybe for the Dreamcast.
Hey, I'll play with you some other time.
As he is literally just floating right behind him, he could just pull out a gun and then just shoot Sonic. I will never understand the squishing, exploding sound effect.
Well, that wasn't so hard. Oh no!
Well, Tails, maybe you shouldn't have been running forward with the emerald in clear sight.
Come on, Chaos. Time to eat.
Chaos?
Sonic, you know you can grab the emerald right now. You're the fastest thing alive. Sonic? Sonic!
Oh, no, isn't that the same monster I saw the other day?
Sonic! Well, great, now it's too late.
Oh, yes. It's just as the stone tablets predicted. His strength increases every time I feed him a Chaos Emerald. With all 7 emeralds in him, he'll be invincible. And work for me. Together, we'll destroy Station Square. And on its ruins, I'll build Robotnik Land, the ultimate city, where I will rule it all. Come on, Chaos, let's find another emerald, shall we?
I guess he must have gotten a Deku Nut as his deal for, coming to the GameCube.
We can't let him get away with this, can we?
No way, Tails.
Without more emeralds, the monster can't transform. So, it's up to us to get the emeralds before Eggman does, huh?
Well, yeah, it's our job. And already you have failed at that job, Tails, because you are holding the emerald in plain sight for Eggman to grab. Oh, Tails. But, either way, as you can see over here, we have another one of the emblems. So, let's grab this one right here. And that is our 3rd emblem. Now, for the emblems that you find inside of the hub world, they're only available one time. You can't just go to another character, say, play as Tails, and then that emblem will be there again. No, it's just a one-time thing, and it's shared by all the characters. Some characters can get to the emblems easier than others, some can't. I think Sonic has access to being able to get all of them, but I do know for a fact 2 of them inside the overworld he would have to die if he were to able to grab them, and he can easily overshoot it. But either way, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to end it off right here. This has been Roxas1359. Next time, we're going to go after more Chaos Emeralds by taking this mysterious Windstone someplace. See you guys next time.